Ladies and gentlemen, in a world filled with distractions, the greatest challenge is not in competing with others, but in staying true to yourself. Life often seems like a race with everyone around to sprint towards success, recognition, and validation. But the real secret lies in stepping away from the crowd, tuning out the noise, and focusing solely on yourself. And not on what others are doing, not on who's watching, but on the person staring back at you in the mirror every morning. This is your journey, and your only competition is who you were yesterday. Success doesn't come from broadcasting every move or seeking applause for every step. It comes from relentless, consistent effort behind the scenes. It comes from the days when no one notices your progress and yet you push forward. It's in those moments when the spotlight is off that the seeds of greatness are sown. To focus on yourself means to silence the external voices and trust in your ability to transform your life, one step at a time. Imagine this: a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble. Day after day, they work in silence, unseen by the world. Each stroke is deliberate. Each moment spent refining and shaping. At first, it's just a block of stone, unimpressive to the onlooker. But the sculptor doesn't stop. They don't need anyone's validation to keep going. They see the vision in their mind and they keep working. And one day, that block of stone becomes a masterpiece. That's the power of focusing on yourself and working hard in silence. It's about creating something extraordinary within yourself, even when no one is watching. The problem with seeking external validation is that it's fleeting. The moment you rely on others to acknowledge your worth, you give away your power. But what happens when the applause fades? What happens when the people you sought approval from turn the backs? You must be able to stand firm, to find strength within yourself that doesn't waver regardless of who's cheering or who's silent. True fulfillment comes not from the validation of others, but from the quiet pride of knowing you gave your best day in and day out. Working in silence doesn't mean being invisible. It means letting your results speak for you. The loudest noise is often made by those who accomplish the least. They boast, they flaunt, they seek attention, but their achievements are shallow because their focus isn't on growth. It's on recognition. On the other hand, those who focus on themselves, who grind in silence, and who dedicate their time to mastering their craft, their work eventually commands the attention of the world. Not because they demanded it, but because their success was undeniable. Every person you admire, every individual who has achieved greatness has walked the lonely path of silent effort. They faced rejection, failure, moments of doubt, but they didn't quit. They didn't spend their energy explaining their dreams to others or trying to prove their worth to those who doubted them. They simply worked. They put their head down and poured every ounce of their being into becoming better, stronger, and wiser. Focus on yourself requires discipline. It means saying no to distractions, resisting the temptation to compare yourself to others, and staying committed to your goals even when progress feels slow. Social media, peer pressure, and society's constant make you feel like you're falling behind. But the truth is, the only timeline that matters is yours. It doesn't matter if someone else is achieving their dreams faster. Their journey is not your journey. Focus on your lane. Stay grounded in your purpose. And here's the thing, self-focus is not selfish, it's self-respect. It's acknowledging that you're yours and that your growth deserves your full attention. When you pour energy into yourself, you become stronger, more capable, and more resilient. You become someone who can give back to the world in a way that truly matters, not from a place of emptiness, but from a place of abundance. Silence is a powerful tool. In silence, you can hear your own thoughts, understand your desires, and discover your purpose. Silence allows you to strategize, to reflect, and to grow. It is in silence that the most profound transformations occur. When you work hard in silence, there's no pressure to meet anyone's expectations but your own. There's no need to rush or pretend to be something you're not. You are free to focus entirely on your journey at your own pace. Of course, this path isn't easy. There will be moments of doubt when you question whether the effort is worth it. There will be times when you feel invisible, as though no one recognizes the sacrifices you're making. But remember this, the oak tree grows in silence. It doesn't announce its progress. It simply stretches toward the sky day after day until one day it stands tall and unshakable, admired by all. Your journey will be the same. There will be days when you feel like you're moving it slowly, but progress is progress no matter how small. Every step you take, every hour you invest, every failure you learn from, it all adds up. It builds a foundation of strength and resilience that cannot be shaken. The world doesn't need to know every tale of your process. All it needs is to see the results. Focus on yourself also means taking responsibility for your life. It's easy to blame others, to point fingers, and to wait for someone else to fix your problems. But the truth is, no one is coming to save you. Your life is your responsibility. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you'll start making real progress. Working hard in silence means owning your journey, acknowledging your mistakes, and committing to becoming better every day. The people who succeed aren't necessarily the smartest, the strongest, or the most talented. They are the ones who refuse to quit. They're the ones who show up every single day, even when it's hard, even when it's lonely, even when no one is watching. They are the ones who understand that success is not about luck or talent. It's about grit, determination, and an unrelenting focus on their goals. So ask yourself, are you willing to put in the work when no one is watching? Are you willing to focus on your growth, even if it means letting go of distractions and staying disciplined? Are you willing to trust in your journey even when progress feels slow and the road ahead seems uncertain? The world will always have opinions. People will judge you, doubt you, and question your choices. But their opinions don't define you. What defines you is your effort, your persistence, and your willingness to keep going. The most successful people in the world didn't let the opinions of others dictate their path. They didn't seek approval, they sought greatness, and they found it by focusing on themselves and working hard in silence. When you stay focused on yourself, you reclaim your power. You stop wasting energy on things that don't matter and redirect it toward your growth. You stop comparing yourself to others and start celebrating your unique journey. And when you work hard in silence, you create a foundation of strength, that cannot be shaken. So let others talk. Let them wonder what you're up to. Let them doubt you. And then when the time is right, let your success speak for itself. Let your results silence the noise. Let your growth inspire others. Because in the end, the greatest victories are those achieved not for the applause of others, but for the applause you feel in knowing you gave it your all. Focus on yourself. Work hard in silence. And watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. This is your journey, your masterpiece, your legacy. Make it extraordinary. Your only competition is yourself. Your only competition is yourself, because the true measure of success lies in your personal growth, not in how you compare to others. Every person is on a unique journey with different circumstances, challenges, and goals. Comparing your progress to someone else's can lead to frustration, self-doubt, and unnecessary distractions. Instead, focus on becoming a better version of yourself every day. When you strive to outdo yourself, you set achievable benchmarks that push you forward without being influenced by external pressures. Competing with yourself allows you to set meaningful goals tailored to your abilities and aspirations. It shifts your focus inward, helping you recognize your strengths, work on your weaknesses, and celebrate personal victories. Growth doesn't happen by looking at others, it happens by looking within. By prioritizing your self-improvement, you create a sense of purpose and fulfillment that no external comparison can provide. This mindset fosters resilience, as you're not measuring success by someone else's standards, but by your progress. When you view life as a competition with others, you risk losing sight of what truly matters. The achievements of others can inspire you, but they should not dictate your path. Competing with yourself keeps you grounded and ensures your goals align with your values and aspirations. It also eliminates the anxiety that comes from trying to keep up with others. In the end, your journey is personal, and the only person you need to impress is the one you see in the mirror. This mindset liberates you from the need for constant validation and comparison. It allows you to focus on consistent growth, no matter how small the steps may seem. Every achievement, no matter how minor, is a victory when it moves you closer to your potential. How your only competition is yesterday's version of yourself. And as long as you're progressing, you're winning. Work in silence and let results speak. Working in silence and letting results speak is about focusing on your journey without the need for external validation or constant updates. When you work quietly, you conserve energy that would otherwise be spent explaining or seeking approval for your actions. This energy can instead be channeled into consistent effort and steady progress. Silence allows you to develop your skills, refine your plans, and tackle challenges without the pressure of an audience or the fear of judgment. When you let your results speak for themselves, you shift the focus from words to actions. Actions carry undeniable proof of your efforts and achievements, leaving no room for doubts or questions. While talking about your goals might bring temporary recognition, the true respect and admiration come when people see the tangible results of your hard work. It's not about hiding your efforts, it's about staying committed to the process without relying on external applause to keep you motivated. Operating in silence also protects you from unnecessary distractions and criticism. Sharing your plans prematurely can sometimes lead to unsolicited opinions or discouragement that may derail your focus. By keeping your work private, you create a safe space to experiment, grow, and even fail without judgment. This quiet dedication builds resilience and allows you to learn from your mistakes in a way that strengthens your resolve and confidence. Ultimately, letting your results speak is a testament to the power of consistent effort. It's a reminder that success doesn't need to be announced, it needs to be earned. When the outcome of your hard work becomes evident, it speaks louder than any words ever could. This approach not only amplifies the impact of your achievements, but also fosters a sense of pride and authenticity as you know your success came from genuine effort and not empty promises. External validation is fleeting. External validation is fleeting because it relies on the ever-changing opinions of others, which are often influenced by factors beyond your control. People may praise you one moment and forget you the next, leaving you in a cycle of seeking approval to feel valued. When you base your worth on external validation, your confidence becomes fragile, dependent on recognition that may not always be there. This creates an unstable foundation for self-esteem as it shifts with the unpredictable nature of external acknowledgement. Relying on external validation can distract you from what truly matters, your internal sense of purpose and fulfillment. And if you're constantly seeking approval, you may find yourself compromising your values or goals just to please others. This can lead to frustration and dissatisfaction as you prioritize others' expectations over your own growth. True contentment comes from within, when you know you're living authentically and striving for your goals for the right reasons, not for applause or recognition. External validation is temporary by nature because the world's attention is short-lived. People quickly move on to the next trend, achievement, or person. The praise that once motivated you may fade, leaving you feeling empty if you've relied on it to measure your worth. Instead, cultivating self-validation, finding pride and satisfaction in your efforts and progress creates a more sustainable source of confidence. This inner strength remains with you regardless of whether others are watching or applauding. Ultimately, chasing external validation can hinder your growth, as it takes the focus away from self-improvement and places it on superficial approval. Building your confidence from within ensures that your self-worth doesn't waver with the opinions of others. By valuing your efforts and celebrating your progress on your own terms, you create a lasting sense of accomplishment that no one can take away. Discipline and focus are essential. Discipline and focus are essential because they form the foundation of consistent progress and lasting success. Without discipline, even the best intentions and plans can falter. Discipline is the ability to stick to your commitments and goals, even when motivation fades or distractions arise. It's the force that keeps you moving forward on days when you don't feel like it, reminding you that the bigger picture is more important than temporary comfort or fleeting desires. Focus, on the other hand, ensures that your energy and efforts are directed toward what truly matters. In a world filled with distractions, focus helps you prioritize and avoid wasting time on things that don't contribute to your growth. When you focus, you give your tasks the attention they deserve, increasing the quality of your work and the speed of your progress. Together, discipline and focus create a powerful combination that keeps you on track regardless of obstacles or setbacks. Achieving any significant goal requires consistent effort over time, and this consistency is impossible without discipline and focus. They help you resist the temptation to procrastinate, quit, or be swayed by temporary setbacks. Discipline ensures that you show up and do the work every day, while focus keeps you aligned with your purpose, preventing you from being pulled in too many directions. Together, they allow you to make steady, meaningful progress even when results aren't immediately visible. By embracing discipline and focus, you take control of your focus in your future. And these qualities give you the resilience to push through challenge and the clarity to stay true to claims. Success isn't about talent alone. It's about the dedication to keep going and the concentration to keep improving. Discipline and focus are the tools that enable you to build the life you envision, one deliberate step at a time. Self-focus is not selfish. Self-focus is not selfish because prioritizing your own growth and well-being allows you to become the best version of yourself, which ultimately benefits everyone around you. Taking the time to invest in your mental, emotional, and physical health isn't about neglecting others. It's about ensuring you have the capacity to contribute meaningfully to your relationships, work, and community. When you focus on yourself, you develop the strength and clarity needed to navigate life effectively, making you better equipped to support and inspire others. Focus on yourself helps you identify your goals, values, and passions. It allows you to live authentically, aligned with what truly are you. When you prioritize your own path instead of trying to meet everyone else's expectations, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and dissatisfaction. This doesn't mean disregarding others. It means setting boundaries that protect your energy and ensure you're not pouring from an empty cup. True self-focus empowers you to give your best to others without losing yourself in the process. Many people confuse self-focus with selfishness because they view any act of self-prioritization as neglecting others. In reality, focusing on yourself is an act of self-respect that ensures you're functioning at your highest potential. Neglecting your needs to constantly please others can lead to burnout and resentment, which harms both you and those you're trying to help. By addressing your own needs first, you create a strong foundation for more meaningful and sustainable connections with others. Ultimately, self-focus is about balance. It's not about shutting others out. It's about recognizing that your well-being is just as important as anyone else's. When you invest in yourself, you become more resilient, self-aware, and capable of handling life's challenges. This strength allows you to uplift others and contribute to the world in ways that are both fulfilling and impactful. Focusing on yourself isn't selfish. It's a necessary step toward living a purposeful, balanced life. Growth happens in silence. Growth happens in silence because it's in moments of quiet reflection and dedicated effort that true transformation takes place. When you're not seeking attention or approval from others, you can fully immerse yourself in the work that leads to self-improvement. A silence creates a space where you can focus on your personal development, free from distractions or the need to prove yourself. It's during these times of inner quiet that you can process lessons, refine skills, and make progress without the pressure of external validation. In silence, you're able to connect deeply with your own thoughts and goals. There's no need to withdraw against to others or justify. Instead, you can simply be present in the moment, allowing yourself the time and space to grow at your own pace. This quiet commitment to personal development allows for real, lasting change because it's rooted in authentic effort rather than seeking approval or recognition. Growth in silence is a result of consistent action, even when no one is watching or acknowledging it. Often, the most significant growth occurs when there is no audience. This is when you are free to experiment, make mistakes, and learn without fear of judgment or criticism. The world may not see the small steps you take every day, but they are the building blocks of your success. Working in silence, you can stay focused on the process, knowing that your progress will eventually be visible to others, but without relying on immediate external feedback from motivation or affirmation. Silence allows you to nurture your potential without the interference of comparison or competition. When you stop looking around to see how others are progressing, you're able to dedicate your full energy to your own path. And this is when the magic of growth happens, when you are undistracted, when you trust the process, and when you remain patient. The greatest accomplishments are often achieved in the quiet moments of persistence, as these moments lay the groundwork for success in ways that are visible only when the results finally emerge. Take responsibility for your life. Taking responsibility for your life means recognizing that you are the primary force behind your actions, decisions, and outcomes. It is an acknowledgement that you are the one who shapes your future, and no one else is responsible for the direction of your life. When you take responsibility, you stop blaming external circumstances, other people, or past events for where you are. Instead, you own your choices and recognize that you have the power to change your situation, no matter how challenging it may seem. By taking responsibility, you free yourself from a victim mentality that can hold you back. It empowers you to make proactive decisions that will lead to the life you want to create. When you stop pointing fingers and waiting for someone else to change your circumstances, you step into a position of control. You begin to realize that while you can't control everything, you can control how you respond, how you learn from setbacks, and how you move forward. This mindset shift is critical to taking charge of your destiny. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you have to do everything alone, but it does mean you acknowledge that you are accountable for your own progress. You no longer wait for permission or hope for external circumstances to align perfectly. And you understand that success requires commitment, discipline, and the willingness to take ownership and the wishing ownership and learn from them. And it's about becoming the creator of your reality instead of waiting for things to happen to you. When you own your life, you also own your power to create change and make your dreams a reality. Ultimately, taking responsibility for your life builds a foundation of self-trust and confidence. It allows you to face challenges with a mindset of resilience and solution finding. You stop waiting for someone to come and fix your problems or to give you permission to succeed. You realize that the only person who can change your life is you. And once you take responsibility for that, you unlock a powerful sense of purpose and direction that propels you forward in ways that others may not understand. Success requires resilience and persistence. Success requires resilience and persistence because the path to achieving meaningful goals is rarely smooth or straightforward. There will always be obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt along the way. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to continue pushing forward even when things don't go as planned. It's about remaining steadfast in the face of challenges, understanding that failure is not the end, but merely a part of the learning process. Without resilience, it's easy to give up at the first sign of difficulty, but it's in these moments of struggle that true growth is sure. Persistence is equally crucial because success doesn't come overnight. It demands a sustained effort over time, often long after the initial excitement has faded. Persistence is the determination to keep going even when results seem slow or invisible. It's the willingness to show up every day, to keep refining your skills, and to remain focused on your goal, despite the many distractions and temptations to quit. Persistence is what keeps you moving forward day after day, even when you feel like you've hit a wall or that your efforts aren't yielding immediate rewards. And resilience and persistence go hand in hand because they form the mental fortitude needed to overcome the inevitable obstacles that arise on any journey. When you're resilient, you accept that setbacks are part of the process and you don't allow them to derail your progress. Persistence ensures that even in moments of difficulty, you keep striving toward your goal, adjusting as needed, but never losing sight of the bigger picture. Together, they create a powerful combination that keeps you focused on the end result, no matter how long it takes to achieve. Ultimately, success is not defined by how quickly or easily you reach your destination, but by your ability to persevere through the tough times. The people who succeed are often those who refuse to give up, even when the going gets tough. I understand that resilience allows them to bounce back from failures, and persistence enables them to stay the course until they reach their goals. In the end, resilience and persistence are the qualities that turn dreams into reality, ensuring that you never give up, no matter how many times you might be knocked down. Silence the opinions of others. Silencing the opinions of others is essential for maintaining focus on your own path and ensuring that you remain true to yourself. When you constantly listen to what others think or say about your decisions, you risk allowing their judgments to dictate your actions. This can lead to confusion, self-doubt, and a loss of direction. The opinions of others are often based on their own biases, experiences, and limited perspectives, which may not align with your goals or vision. By learning to quiet these external voices, you create space to trust your own instincts and make decisions that reflect your true desires. The fear of judgment can be paralyzing, leading many to second-guess themselves or even abandon ambitions altogether. When you silence the opinions of others, you take back control of your narrative and stop allowing others' expectations to shape your choices. It becomes easier to ignore the negative or unsolicited advice that might discourage you from pursuing your goals. This mental clarity is crucial for personal growth because it allows you to move forward without being weighed down by unnecessary external influences. By focusing on your own voice rather than the opinions of others, you develop confidence in your decisions. You understand that only you know what is best for you, and you trust that your path is valid regardless of whether others understand or support it. Silence gives you the power to stay grounded in your beliefs and values even when others even question or criticize them. This self-assurance becomes a guiding force, allowing you to pursue your goals with conviction and resilience, no matter how challenging the journey may be. Silencing the opinions of others doesn't mean you ignore constructive feedback or reject all outside perspectives. It simply means that you stop letting every opinion dictate your course of action. You learn to filter out the noise and focus on what truly matters, your vision, your goals, and your well-being. This freedom from external judgment allows you to move forward with authenticity, creating a life that reflects who you truly are and what you want to achieve. Ultimately, your success will be determined by your ability to stay true to yourself, not by trying to meet the expectations of others. Let your results speak for themselves. Letting your results speak for themselves is about focusing on the quality and impact of your work, rather than seeking constant validation or recognition. When you dedicate yourself to your goals and put in the effort, the results will eventually reflect your hard work and determination. There's no need to boast or constantly remind others of your progress. The success you achieve will speak louder than any words could, showcasing the true value of your efforts and building your credibility over time. By allowing your results to speak for themselves, you create a more authentic narrative. Actions carry way far beyond words, and the impact of your achievements becomes the proof of your abilities. People will recognize your dedication even if you don't announce it. When you consistently deliver, your results will make a lasting impression, and others will take notice without you having to explain your every move. This approach builds a reputation based on substance, not just talk. This mindset also frees you from the pressure of constantly seeking external approval. Instead of relying on others' opinions to validate your progress, you trust that your results will eventually be noticed. It's a more sustainable and fulfilling way to approach success, because it shifts the focus from seeking praise to simply doing the work. When you're confident in the quality of what you produce, you can stand firm in the belief that recognition will come naturally without needing to seek it out. Ultimately, letting your results speak for themselves is a powerful way to demonstrate your worth and capabilities. It reflects a commitment to consistency, hard work, and integrity. When you focus on delivering the best outcomes rather than constantly attention or baseful, your success will become undeniable. And your achievements will do the talking, and respect and admiration that come with them will be more meaningful and lasting than any praise could ace. In conclusion, the journey to success is not about external validation, but about cultivating inner strength, resilience, and focus. Success requires you to silence the opinions of others and trust your own path. It demands discipline, persistence, and the courage to face challenges head on, understanding that growth happens in silence and in the quiet moments of effort. By focusing in yourself and taking full responsibility for your life, you empower yourself to reach your true potential. Letting your results speak for themselves is the ultimate demonstration of your commitment to your goals, showing that true success is built on consistency, hard work, and authenticity. I remember the most impactful achievements are not always the loudest, but those that come from unwavering dedication and belief in oneself. So stay focused, stay determined, and trust the process. Your results will speak volumes in the end. Thank you for taking the time to read and reflect on this message. I hope it has inspired and motivated you to stay committed to your path, trust your journey, and focus on your personal growth. Remember, success is a product of resilience, hard work, and belief in yourself. Keep moving forward and let your actions speak louder than words. Goodbye for now, and best of luck in all your endeavors.